In every cold case, there's a name that lingers, a story that refuses to fade. This is Alternative Eye, Beyond the File. Today, award-winning author, lawyer, and true crime investigator Kerrie Droban Zhivago lends her voice to Cynthia Dawn Kinney, a girl whose disappearance in 1976 marked the beginning of a mystery that still haunts the heart of Oklahoma. At Alternative Eye, we look beyond the predator, to honor the victim, and to finally give their stories the voice they've always deserved. Did Dennis Rader abduct Cindy Kinney as he alleges in his Chapter 8 Cipher? Stay tuned as we understand the people behind the codes.
It's June 23rd, 1976. The morning mist has just begun to lift off Pawhuska, Oklahoma, the quiet town that tilts eastward toward the Osage County line and carries the hum of cattle trucks, laundromats, and small, careful lives. Pawhuska is just 2 hours' drive from Wichita, Dennis Rader's hunting ground. By 1976, he was in his third year of murder. 1,000 miles west in Washington and Oregon, Ted Bundy was luring women into his tan Volkswagen. In Chicago, John Wayne Gacy was burying boys beneath his house, and in New York, the son of Sam was loading his .44 caliber revolver, ready to terrorize a city that never slept. It was the decade America invented the word serial killer. But in small towns like Pawhuska, it was barely uttered. In this place, bad things happened somewhere else. Here, people still waved at passing cars, trusted their neighbors, and left their doors unlocked. 16-year-old Cynthia Dawn Kinney isn't thinking of predators as she arrives at the family-owned laundromat on Kaheka Street. Her aunt and uncle own it. She worked part-time on this day, covering a shift. She wore a peach-colored blouse and blue jeans, her brown hair brushing her shoulders, her warm brown eyes steady with the tasks ahead. As a petite high school junior who'd just made the varsity cheerleading team, she had plans, dreams, a boatload of friends, and good grades. But on this morning, she leaned into the hum of machines, the scent of detergent and fabric softener, the rhythmic bounce of quarters. It was the kind of ordinary morning no one remembers until they have to. Cindy sips her coat, sets it down beside a folding table, takes a bite of her donut, wipes the powder from her lips, and leaves it there for a moment. Maybe she plans to finish it at break. Maybe she thinks she has time. But by 9:30 a.m., time runs out. She's gone. The laundromat is frozen for a second, her purse hanging by a hook under the folding counter, her Coke bottle sweating a little on the laminate, her half-eaten donut untouched. A fly buzzes on the powder. Cindy left suddenly. Witnesses later say she climbed into a faded light beige 1965 or 1966 Plymouth Belvedere, dent on the left rear fender, red and white license plate. By noon, her chair was still turned toward the washers. By afternoon, Cindy's name was printed in bold black letters on posters taped to storefront windows. Last seen, June 23, 1976, Osage Laundromat, Pawhuska. In a town where everyone knew Cindy, suddenly no one knew anything at all. Maybe Cindy left willingly, they said. Maybe she ran away. Maybe she'd be back by supper. Or never at all. When someone goes missing in a small town, the search doesn't just begin at home. It stays there. And when a place knows a person too well, it stops asking questions. This was long before security cameras, cell phones, apps to track routes and locations in real time. This was before widespread DNA national databases, behavioral science units, though founded in 1972, it wasn't mainstream until the 1980s. There were no digital footprints or GPS or surveillance. In 1976, investigators had a car description, a handful of witnesses, and a town full of rumors. The leads went cold almost immediately. And Cindy's case faded into the static of small-town memory. If Cindy's case happened today, we'd have security footage from the laundromat. Her cell phone might have pinged off a tower before it went dark. Her Snapchats and texts and search histories would speak for her long after she disappeared. In places like Pawhuska, familiarity breeds blind spots. People see what they expect to see. A stranger's car might raise eyebrows, but a familiar face behind the wheel, no one questions it. And in a tight-knit community where law enforcement resources are stretched thin, where deputies double as neighbors and cousins, objectivity falters. Secrets are provided under the guise of loyalty. The very intimacy that binds the town together becomes the thing that keeps its mysteries unsolved. That's what killers count on. The 1970s mark the birth of the modern serial killer profile era. Bundy, Gacy, Son of Sam, Gary Ridgway, Hillside Stranglers, the Zodiac Killer, and BTK, Dennis Rader. Small-town disappearances like Cindy Kinney's were often dismissed as runaways or isolated events, allowing serial patterns to go unnoticed for years.
Alternative Eye Beyond the File. Please subscribe to us on YouTube, like what we have to say, and comment so we know how our audience feels and we stay connected.